hope it's actually going live. Hey, I can see it on Restream, which means I can find it again on YouTube, because I'm gonna need a whole new pop-up chat, because that stream's already ended. Thing. Come on, computer. Come on. You can do it. This isn't hard, computer. You can do it. I say computer, it's the hard drive. Legitimately, all of my issues are the hard drive. All of them. Except the power going out. That isn't the hard drive. But I can blame the hard drive for that, and that's what's important. I need to fix the description again. Add Splatoon back as the game. Go. There's YouTube setup again. Hello, AI. Welcome to the nightmare that is literally getting this computer restarted. When I sent the message at 10:32 saying the power's back, my computer's turning back on, it had already been about 2 minutes since the power had come back and I had hit the power button to turn my computer on. It is still not working properly. There are still random things capping off the hard drive that don't need to be doing anything, as evidenced by the computer is working. Like... Oh, I hate restarting this computer. Like, the IGFXEM module is still capping the hard drive off right now. Don't even know what it's doing. It's doing it, but it's... I have no idea what that thing's doing. I don't even know what it is. See, that costs money, and I don't have a job anymore, AI. So, it's kind of out of the question. What's Chrome doing? Oh, something in Chrome crashed. Well, get rid of the freaking software reporter. It's not needed. I don't care if developers like getting those crash logs. I don't care. I don't want it using my hard drive. Discord's using my hard drive right now. It's just minimized in the background. Hard drive's still being capped off by the Microsoft compatibility telemetry, whatever. And it's not important. You want to know how I can guarantee that one? I just ended it and everything's still working just fine. Microsoft Outlook communication, that can go away. It's gone. All of this useless stuff. There we go. The hard drive is finally not being capped off. Don't waste your money on 14. Don't do it. I know people say it's good. People say a lot of things are good. And I'm sure it's not a bad MMO, but it's a subscription-based MMO, which makes it a waste of money. I mean, that's fair, but you have to pay so much money. And if you're working, you're not gonna have as much time as you'd like to play the game in the first place. Like, let's imagine you're working 5 days a week. Well, you've got roughly 2 of them now you can play games on. And you're paying money to not play a game at that point. Like... Subscription-based games need to just go away. They do. Everyone would be so much happier if they did. Hello again, Anissa. And hello again, Jay. Yeah, I know I disconnected last game. It wasn't my fault, Nintendo. My power went out. And I was gonna continue that battle. Playing just, you know, undocking the Switch and finishing it. But doing that changed my connection from Wi-Fi, well, from Ethernet to Wi-Fi, which disconnected me. So, like, I couldn't. And, like, I know the month-to-month subscription on a game is the worst way of paying for it, but, like, just using that as the baseline, if you're paying $15 a month, it's 30 every 2. There's 12 months in a year. So, divide that now, that's 6, so 30. Well, 6 times 30. That ends up being a lot of money. For one game. Ow. Like, it's over $200 a year to play the game. Like, I say this as someone who used to play the shit out of Eve. And spent literally probably well more than that on the game. Like, that's where I'm coming from. The people you'll find who are hardcore 14 fans are victims of gambler's fallacy. They've invested so much money at this point that they're trying to justify it to themselves that the game is worth it. I know. I was there. I've done this. Or it falls into World of Warcraft syndrome, which, albeit a good part of that was also gambler's fallacy. But it falls into the camp of, well, my friends are playing it. And they're only playing it because, well, my friends are playing it. You know. That is legitimately how World of Warcraft kept its player base for so long. And why it, you know, it basically took a mass exodus for people to actually stop playing that game. Eve wasn't free when I played for the majority of the time. Welcome to Twitch, Anissa. For the majority of the time I played Eve, it was not free. Ow. Am I lagging? And, like, even with Eve right now, if you want to experience the full game, you have to pay a subscription fee. Whether you pay that with in-game currency or not is another question. But at the very least with Eve, you don't have to pay to start. And I get with 14, you've got the play up to level 60 for free kind of thing. But from what I understand, that play to level 60, you basically have to play it solo, because you're not allowed to really do anything with other players. You can't chat with people. It's an MMO. It's a social experience. And they've removed the ability to chat because, oh no, bots! Yeah? Like, bots are gonna happen. You really can't prevent them. It's better to just embrace it and block them rather than limit what people can do. Lisa knows my strategy. This isn't gonna work. No charger. My corner. I mean, that's fair. But it doesn't really change the fact the game is a social experience. I mean, I played Eve majoritarily on my own, but it didn't change the fact that the social aspects are a big part of the game. Lost my corner. The other corner is so much better to go to, but that's why I go to that one. Just because there are so many ways up. It's obvious, I know this, and yet everyone wants me dead anyway. I mean, I serve as a super jump point, but... Ow. I croissant. But I mean, it also falls into the camp of if you're a solo player, just get Final Fantasy 15. Now you've got a lot of story. And you've only paid once for the game. You know. There's none of this having to pay every month just to keep playing a single-player experience. Though a lot of Endgame 14 is just raids, playing with other players. So... I mean, a lot of 14 in general is just raids and playing with other players. And if you want a 14-like experience without paying for it, that's what Phantasy Star Online 2 is for. Yeah, the H3 is only really good for the kill sound. Well, that's not very nice. You shouldn't tell anyone to kill themselves. Well, I mean, unless it's like Hitler. But even then, it would have been really nice if there could have been some actual justice. Stalin, maybe? Chairman Mao, definitely. See, that's the big difference, is... I'm guessing, based on how you're talking about Destiny, especially where people apparently haven't completed the raids, they're not all that important. With 14, they kind of are. They are the end-game content. There is nothing else. It's also where you get your gear, which takes playing the same raid over and over and over again. Like every other MMO, really. Like, that's the biggest problem I have looking at 14. I've never played it. I will fully admit, I've never played it. I've seen people play it. I've seen people talk about it. I've seen all the same arguments being used for why it's good as I did for Eve. Like... The problem is, everything I've seen, like, there's so many other MMOs that do all of that same stuff, like Aura Kingdom, or Phantasy Star, or, hell, to a degree, Maple Story, like, and those are all free. Like, that's my problem. why would you want to pay money when there's free experiences that are just as good? Oh, but they're not Final Fantasy. So, like, I love Final Fantasy, but so? Alright, Anissa. Have a good day. I've not died to them, so I don't know how good their beacons are, so I'll just get rid of it just in case. Frickin' dualies. It's always the dualies. Damn it. I didn't quite get away. But see, here's the thing. Who's to say you wouldn't have just as much enjoyment playing one of those other games I mentioned? Except maybe Maple Story. It's a little too just full-out grind happy, but I mean, it does still have a lot of story. I mean, like, when it comes to, like, a full-out game, I can see it. But an MMO that not only has a subscription fee, but cosmetics on top of that, thus proving they really have no need for said subscription fee. Like, that's what just kind of bugs me. I heard the beacon. It's in the corner up there. I mean, as I'm one to say, like, it is fine for us to disagree. Like, it'll always be fine. Like, I just don't see 14 as being worth the money. Oh, excuse me. I mean, if 14 would even just implement something like the EVE Online Plex, it would seem at least a little more worth it. Because I know I've explained this before, but for those who don't know, like, in EVE, there is a system called the Plex, the Pilot License Extension. Where basically you can buy this in-game with in-game currency to extend your subscription. So effectively, if you're grinding enough, you can effectively pay for free. Somebody still had to pay money to buy that Plex that you then bought from them. So there is still money being exchanged. The company still makes money, but you don't have to always spend money to play the game. Like, that is a good system. And yet no one copies it. Mostly because that would then give their in-game currency a real-world value. Like, EVE ISK has real-world value because you can buy Plex, which is then sellable to other players with it. Though, I mean, if they wanted to cut out the middleman of, making it something that, you know, the players weren't the ones trading kind of thing, they could literally just set up NPC shops. And then it would become a guild sync as well, and guild syncs are good. I hear about it quite a lot, but I follow EVE pages. There's also literally been more news on EVE Online in the gaming news sites than most other MMOs not run by Amazon. Like, I think it was PC Gamer just ran an article about the Matani stepping down. He's no longer going to be leading Goonswarm. He's actually taking a break from EVE. Ow. Yeah, they have two of them. New World and one other. I think it's New World. New World sounds right. It's basically just EVE, but fantasy. There is quite the market for an EVE-style game. Like, New World has proven that. I mean, hell, EVE proved that years ago. But the subscription fee mostly chased a lot of people off. That blaster's pretty good. Yeah, that's the other one. Lost Ark. They should really find that Ark. I mean... Arcs are pretty big. It's pretty hard to lose them. It's like... They should get some guys out looking for it. I'd never played it, so... I mean, I didn't really plan to, so... And also, to go back to something you said up there, AI, it's even fine to disagree with me on politics. As long as what you're saying isn't objectively wrong, I will not get at you for disagreeing with me on politics. And if I say something that is objectively wrong, I'd want people calling me out on it. I am a fairly open-minded person. Who is nearly impossible to map on a frickin' political map. Because, wow, imagine that. A global politics student is open-minded and listens to both sides and thinks both sides have points and both sides have no point at the same time. Like, that is something that being a global politics student, like, it's a case of, to be, let's say, left, there are beliefs you have to hold to be left that I don't hold. To be right, there are beliefs you have to hold to be right. To be central, there are beliefs on both sides that you can't have. Like... At least by the actual technical definitions. What people scream online is very much not what the actual technical definitions are. The case of when literal high school students are probably smarter about politics than a lot of adults are. I don't vote, because I don't like any of the options. And I'm not the type of person to just vote for the lesser of two evils. There are literally provisions in our law for when an election has so few votes that you cannot make a realistic choice on who won. Maybe it's time we start using them, and people just stop voting until we get politicians that aren't just corrupt. Out for themselves. Like, I forget if it's still a thing, but I know at one point through Canada's history, if less than, like, 20% of the population voted, the election would be declared null, the former Prime Minister would be removed, and the Queen would become ruler of Canada until an election could be held. So the British would basically be our leaders again, until an election could be held where at least, I think it was 45% of the population votes. Like... That's a pretty nice system. If only it was, if less than 50% of the population votes, the election is just thrown out. To be fair, if less than half of the population is voting, the election should just be thrown out immediately, because, like, less than half of the population feels they have anyone to vote for. That is a problem. A minority government should never be able to happen. And honestly, a lot of the issues I have with voting would be fixed by a simple change on how we vote. Because it would give the smaller independents that actually are the ones that would probably be best to have in charge an actual chance of winning. Because basically, what really every electoral system should be like is when you go to vote, you have just a list from 1 to 10 of blank slots, and you write in, or possibly you just have all the names and there's a spot for you to write a number. But either way, it's the same idea. You put in 1 through 10 for all of the people that you would be most likely to vote for and least likely kind of thing. Like, basically, your number 1 is who you would normally have voted for. And your 2 is, if they lose, who you'd be okay with, and so on and so on. And you can fill in as few of these slots as you want. And then let's say, for instance, whoever you voted for loses in the initial round of counting. Well, now a count is done again, counting everyone from that person's number 2 slots into things. And you ultimately end up, in the end, with a leader who the majority of people can at least agree with. And you also end up without dealing with the random shit we have now of, oh man, there's so many seats of this party and so many of this. No. Screw off. If you get a party everyone can agree on, you don't need everyone to have a seat. That literally just makes everything less efficient. I'd rather the government actually do things, not sit around and bicker with each other. Yeah, no, it'll never happen. Really, no electoral reform will ever happen. Because for electoral reform to happen, it would involve the people who have basically been career politicians to admit that their system is wrong and that maybe it's time for them to stop being career politicians. Making more money than anyone could ever dream of while sitting around doing effectively nothing. Because their position is oh so important. Politics is basically a rich boys club. See, they wouldn't reform the government. They would change the government. Which, there's a difference. They would basically be changing the type of government from a democracy to a fascism. And hey, at least they're not Nazis. Though, let's be honest, both are lumped into the same group these days, even though they were different political ideologies. Yes, that does minorly bother me. They were two completely different political ideologies. Fascists were the Italians. Nazis were the Germans. They had different beliefs. The Nazis were the Aryan master race believers. The Italians just wanted to be dictators. And played along with Germany because, well, at the time, it looked like Germany was definitely going to be rulers of Europe. Not saying the fascists were good people, but that's mostly why they went the way they did. Because let's be honest, if Mussolini would have thought he could have gained more from fighting the Germans than joining them, he would have. He would have. Same as the communists and the Nazis. Like, everyone thinks they were buddy-buddy until the Nazis invaded. They weren't. They're polar opposites. Japan didn't get along with either of the Italians or Germans. They were just allied with them because otherwise they wouldn't have had allies. Like... And it was a mostly on-paper alliance, because there was not much Italy or Germany could do to even help them anyway. It was just a, well, If we declare we're your ally, maybe that will dissuade other nations from stopping us. Ow. I mean, they're not almost the exact same, though. And communism/socialism works as long as the rules apply to everybody. Because if they apply to everyone, then there are literally, there's no power to abuse. That's the problem. The Soviets and Chinese created a power vacuum for people to abuse. That's why they failed, basically. Or I'm sorry, China hasn't failed. They have, but they don't want to admit it. It's also why literally every communist state created in the model of either Russia or China has failed. Because they built themselves on the same flawed premise. When all are equal, there should be no positions of power. If all work for the betterment of everyone, once again, there is no position of power. It's a position of unity. Which is something they all seem to have forgotten. Ow. Let's be honest, there is probably something to... God, why can't I think of his name? The creator of Star Trek. That guy. There's probably a thing to... There's actually probably something to his idea that humanity is never going to reach the heights and wonder of Star Trek without socialism. Without everyone working together. And multiple more big wars. Those are important too. Because that's a fun thing. We wouldn't have the modern world without the world wars. Technology would probably still be hundreds of years behind. If the world had managed to maintain peace, there wouldn't have been a need to develop computers. Progress is slow without war. War is not inherently bad for the future. It's just bad for the present. And yes, I'm very aware most of the things I'm saying in the future will probably have people going, cancel him! And okay, have fun with that. Darn it, I was so close to finishing them off. So the fun thing is that, like, I'd have to care. And y'all would have to care. I mean, let's be honest, if y'all haven't left yet, you're not gonna. You're hearing what I'm saying. It's not gonna be a shock. Like... And it's not like I'm the type of person that I'm not gonna say things like this again. I'm not really one for censoring myself just because I'm streaming. People have tried to cancel Markiplier. People have tried to cancel Mr. Beast. You know how silly that is? And the general argument with Mr. Beast is, well, he has to have done something. He's too nice. Like, he's just a nice dude. How hard is that for people to believe? Like, come on now. People can just be nice. If I had the kind of money he does, I'd be giving it away too. Like, come on now. I am very much the type of, I don't need more money than I need to survive. That is literally how I'm going to probably go through life. Hell, I kind of already do that. Like, during my time working, the only, like, money I spent on myself was in preparation for quitting. Like, I bought the Ethernet adapter and 2 Ethernet cables, the Pro controller. I bought a lot of snacks that I didn't really need, but just some snacks. Almost all of my money went into buying things for other people. Because I didn't need it. I'm pretty content. I've still got, like, $1,300. I mean, I would literally keep enough money for me to survive, probably pay for a house, just so Robotic and I have a place to live. And then I would do random charity events to give money away or give money to charity or just generally do good things. Like, hell yeah, I'll be the good I want to see in the world. Like, come on now. I would not want to be one of those rich people that just sit on their money and never use it. Ow. Like, I legitimately do not see the point to doing that. Just does not make any sense to me. It's like, oh yeah, you've got multiple millions of dollars. You are set for life. What are you gonna do with your money? Ah, nothing. Seriously? Nothing. You're making multiple millions more in money. Any plans with that? Nah. Who needs to spend money? Who needs to return money into the economy to, you know, help the economy out? Hell, one of the things I'd probably do if I had a bunch of money was I would just start going out to local businesses and just overpaying for stuff, basically. Like actual proper local businesses. Not like, oh, I'm somebody who's franchised something. No, I mean like proper local stuff. Like, there's a few, like, local game shops I'd love to go to. And basically just give them money. If I could, I would. Yeah, like, cancel culture is just stupid. Especially when, like, you get these people who are, like, diehard trying to cancel people. And then you start looking into these people's past, and they have stupid shit they've done. And you point that out to them, and they're, well, I've changed. And that person hasn't? The person you're trying to cancel hasn't? Well, no. Well, why? How do you know? You don't know them. If you can change, surely they can change. It's a local game store near here that just sells everything. You can legitimately get modern games from them. You can buy plushies from them, playing cards. Well, trading cards. You can get playing cards too. It's a pretty nice little shop. I would name it, but it would give away what city I'm in. I'd kind of rather not. if I was a little bigger of a creator and could actually go to the police and be like, so hey, you know, I do online content, people know where I am, you know. Not like directly where I am, but like the city kind of thing. Then I'd be more okay with mentioning local businesses around here, but... Doolies, man. I don't like them. I don't think I'll ever like dualies. They're such just a BS weapon. Yeah. But the thing is, like, this is a shop that's localized to literally where I live. So, like, I can't really name it. And Nova Scotia's also pretty small. So, like... You could probably fit, like... The city I'm in, you could probably fit 2 or 3 of it inside Edmonton. Like, it's not a big city. It's too big for me, but... It's not really what most people would call a big city. Yeah, that one didn't go so great. I was gonna do an update on my win-loss at the rotation. Then the power went out. So let's see what I'm at now. Definitely not 30 to whatever it was yesterday when I ended the stream. Or it's still 34 to 16. Jesus Christ. I'll go back to this. I've been doing surprisingly well with the splatter shot. I'm almost out of soda. I'm gonna need to make another Walmart order soon. Let's transfer out of my savings to do it. Or I could just start drinking water, which is, I'm sure, what a lot of people that actually know me would love me to start doing. I just don't like water. Which I feel is fair to not like water. Especially given, like, I have to drink so much water to feel like I've actually quenched my thirst. Which gets really annoying. Because, like, I've tried drinking water before as, like, my main source of hydration. And just, like, it just doesn't work out. That poor undercover. I know how to fight it, and I have a weapon that's good for fighting undercovers with. I think I should swap my main to this. I do shockingly well when I'm using the splatter shot. Hey, undercover. I feel bad. I'm like bullying that undercover. So they get for thinking they're hot stuff using it undercover around me. Like, sheesh. I don't think they were in the last battle. I think they're a new person to the lobby. I feel kind of bad. Alrighty, AI. Hope you have a good lunch. Jesus. 12 kills. Oh. I feel bad. And see, like, this is why, whenever I do get around to doing my series, I am not, like, my series in this game, I am not going to be playing online with the account I'm recording the single-player stuff from. Because, dear God. Hell, they're not still using the undercover. Ow, I didn't have anything to throw the bomb. You... god, I need to stop focusing. I'm gonna feel even worse if I start full-out tryharding. And this one's still going pretty back and forth, so like... No. I can't aim. Yeah, I think this might actually be a loss. I might go down to 33-17. I think that's a loss. Yeah. Because, yeah, they had under the bridge, too. If we had under the bridge, that would have been close. But they had under the bridge. I wonder if Triggerfish will show up today. I don't think it will. So the issue with streaming Splatoon at the same times, like every day, is the maps tend to rotate in very similar ways. A lot. Like, we're getting the same maps over and over. Like, I haven't seen Black Belly in forever. So many soda bombs. Ow. No, Zitchy. Oh, gods. Nose has been scratched. the tree? Oh, the tree does give a few points, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Because of me going on a decently good winning streak there yesterday, any wins right now is not going to increase my win ratio. Any losses will lower it, but... Three more battles before I can potentially raise it again. After this battle, I'm gonna back out so I can go use the washroom. Which will mean an ad break for Twitch. After this battle, obviously. Oh jeez. I almost fell off the ledge. There was no one to aim at. Ow. Point gals. Clever gal. That didn't go where I wanted it to. Neither did that. I'm very bad at this. Chris, can't you chirp in agreement? I feed you, damn it. Ah! Swing, roller, swing! was no one to aim at. They were to the south. Yeah. 32-18. Going backwards through the years. I have basically reversed my win-loss. So, like, it makes sense it's gonna go back down now, and then it'll work its way back up. Right, I was gonna back out to go use the washroom. I'm smart. Well, I guess after this next one. Give me a chance to check stages. Hey, Mori Towers. Arowana Mall, those are maps we haven't seen. Ah, Triggerfish at 7. I don't think I'll still be streaming at 7. I can see ahead till tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be starting with Skipper and Arowana. Or Arowana. Arowana. The mall! Okay. Ow. Right. Keep forgetting that shatters bombs. Bombs. I can speak. I do it quite often. Ow. I can also die. Or as the title implies, I can splat cutely, UwU. Yes, I've been just naming these streams stupid things because I can. More than anything. If you had Sploon, Splat. Now we have Splats Cutely. Okay, now, backing out so I can go use the washer. Okay, game. Whatever you say. So, I'll be back in about a minute. Alright. Continue splatter-shotting. I need to finish my food at some point here soon before it goes stale. So I had a couple hamburgers. I ate one of them while the power was out. And my computer was still booting back up. Killed Eclipse the Darkling. Robotic will be very disappointed in me. It's one of the enemies named, well, one of the people on the other team is named Eclipse. So I said I killed Eclipse. Robotic will be very... Eclipse the Darkling. Robotic will be very disappointed in me. Wow. You didn't know Eclipse is a Sonic character from the Archie Sonic comics. She really likes clips. That's fair. I've read a bit of the Sonic comics. Person was just using my own teammate as a bullet shield. From me. Clever grill. Some of the tales around the old Archie Sonic comics are quite amusing, though. Like, just Googling Ken Penders, and you will find so much magnificence. Literally, that dude is why the Archie Sonic comics ended. Because he claims ownership of every character he made for the Archie Sonic comics. Some of which are literally just a case of Knuckles but in his OVA hat. Like... And he took Sega to court over this. And they basically just, rather than dealing with him, just went, fine, take them, we don't care. Which has now led to him trying to just claim other characters that he had absolutely nothing to do with. Like Shade the Echidna from one of the DS games. Welcome back, Anissa. Fair enough. It's like a theme park, right? I'm pretty sure it is. It's ringing a bell. Thought so. Man, if that guy had followed me, he could have finished me off. I cannot aim. I hope you have fun there. The only theme park I know of in Nova Scotia closed down like a few years ago. That was Upper Clements Park. It's almost as if in a job-starved area, people just don't have the money to go to theme parks. Wow, who would have thought? Upper Clements was cool, though. They had a train. It was basically a little independent theme park. Like, exclusive to Nova Scotia. Basically. It was pretty neat. Yeah. I heard that. It's kind of stupid. I honestly do not see what the problem is. Like, with these people have with women having abortions. Like... Yeah, but see, here's the fun part with the whole religion argument. And also, Restream, oh man, congratulations, we've had 100 messages today. The 100th message was Anissa saying, bro, with 3 question marks. Wow. Such an achievement. I'm gonna go tweet about it. But the whole thing in the US, separation of church and state. The Supreme Court should not be considering religion when it comes to making a decision. It's literally in the Constitution. They should be religiously unbiased, unless the case is about religion. And it isn't. Just because a dissenting opinion is from the religious doesn't mean it's about religion. It boils down to people's fee-fees. And fee-fees don't matter. It hurts people's fee-fees that women have choice. That women have autonomy. I mean, yeah, people are just dumb. And that is fair AI. I'm pretty neutral when it comes to religion. Like, I don't like it. I don't follow any of them. But I'm not gonna give anyone grief for being religious. Unless they're using their religion to hurt people. Yeah, that's another one I just will not get, ever. Like, even before I was bi, like, discovered I was bi, I did not care what other people were. I don't see how it's anyone's business except the person who they want to sleep with. Or who they're attracted to. It's not my business in the slightest. I ain't trying to sleep with any of y'all. Like... That's fair. I mean, that strikes me as the good kind of person when it comes to that. Like, the ones that aren't gonna just start a fight, because how dare you? Which I think is something that people don't seem to realize. Like... It literally falls into the camp of it's okay to not be okay with something, even if it's something other people can't change. As long as you keep it to yourself. Like, wow. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't. Like, I'm just saying, like, that... Literally, that can apply to basically everything we've been talking about so far. Like, it's okay to not like a thing. Just don't tell other people they can't like it. Like, as I've literally just mentioned, like, I'm not a big fan of religion. I don't think it's a good thing. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, none of you are allowed to be religious. Stop being religious. It's bad. Like, no, it's not my place. It's y'all's choice. Yeah, only daughters tend to be pretty spoiled. My sister is. My sister is also the only girl. This one ain't going so well. So well. I mean, Mild Man also kind of sucks. Not that bad, but... He's still not a good person. By any stretch of the imagination. I keep thinking I have Splashdown still. If I had Splashdown right there, I might have survived. Ah. Kinda guessed. I've not looked into it, but I imagine it's a case of their brains... Well, for one, their brains just aren't right. Like, that's definite a thing. I get the feeling it's a case of their brains stop developing. At that point, at least developing sexually. Like, I'm not justifying it in the slightest, so I'll make that clear. And I've never bothered looking into it because I don't care that much, but that's what would make the most sense. Me trying to run family friendly. Like, it's just never gonna happen. I should just remove the tag. Ah, my nose is itchy. Nah, it's fine, AI. Politics ain't exactly family-friendly either, I don't think, but at least I wouldn't think. What do I know? Ow. Can't say I'm a fan of roller coasters. I mean, I've only ever been on one. And I was more afraid of the fact that the safety harness was so easy to remove than I was the roller coaster itself, but... It's a case of, like, Well, I was going on the roller coaster with my sister and one of her friends. And, like, literally, as we're about to set off, my sister rose her arm the wrong way, and it undid the safety buckle for the two of us. That was not fun. I'm sure at some point in the future I'll do a fan meetup. That'll be a long time in the future, though. I ain't nowhere near popular enough to do that yet. Thinking I might end this stream at the map rotation, because it's about half an hour from now. Should give me a good, like, 3 hours. Yeah, but it would cost you guys so much money, and there'd be nothing to gain from it, really. And I can't really travel far, because I have no money. I'd hate to make y'all come to frickin' Nova Scotia. For no real reason. Ain't much to do over here. Yup. It's been a long time. What's crazy to me is that Robotic and I started dating in 2017. It has been 5 years. And I've known her since 2016. And yet it feels like I've known her my entire bloody life. It's probably just because my memory is kind of crap, but this is just not gonna start. Hobby's full game. Not enough players joined the battle, huh? Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I'll change my equipment a bit. Let's see. I kind of want to work on just some new gear because I can. So let's Hmm. So many options. So I kind of want run speed or ink resist as the main. I also don't want it to look silly. Yeah, we'll go with some shades. I'll need to throw a slug in there. Comfy sweater? Y'all specifically love watching me play it, and I don't quite get it. I don't think I'll ever quite get that, though. Not gonna argue with it, I just don't get it. I don't get you youths. Well, no, I specifically want run speed now, so I may as well just look by ability. Oh, those look loud. Those are pretty loud. I have very few run speed shoes. Yeah, I'll go with these ones. So I need to go apply some snails. Yo, merch. Shove a snail in there. Boom. Snailed. Shirt. Shove a snail in there too. Boom. Snailed. Get snailed, nerd. So I have the mains I care about. Let's see how the subs work out. I am now officially out of soda. It's only taken me like 2 months to drink through all the soda I had. I had a lot of soda, to be fair. traded. I'll take it. Yeah, I could go get some water. I probably will. Well, if I get thirsty before I want to end the stream. So I kind of want to end at the rotation. I also kind of want to play a bit of the rotation. So I don't know. I'm actually kind of surprised we lost that. We had them bottled up there for so long. Sadness. Ah, welcome to the battle AI. Welcome to the danger zone. God, I need a clip of that to be the follow. That's what I need is the... I like the tulip. I like the Hoitsu. Ah. Decisions. I'd have to make the clip myself. And I've already made the Hoitsu. I do love me some tulip. Oh, there's like a lot of turfing to be done back here. Team. Yeah, I get one of us is a dynamo roller, but come on. It's only one of us. George! Yeah, I think one of the reasons why people don't use beacons is it's so much harder to actually check your map now. So in the first game, you just looked down. That's all it was. Just looked at your gamepad. Didn't have to push a button. Nothing. That button was jump. Take it. 2 for 1. Bofo. Buy one, get one free. Or BOGO. Something like that. I don't know how that crap works. Bofo, BOGO. I don't know. Ancient terms from when I was a shield. When I was but a young child. I'm once again just kind of glad that my webcam isn't working because, well, it's kind of hot. I don't have a shirt on. It's too hot for Twitch. Not like the temperature, me. I'm too hot for Twitch. I'd get banned so quickly because nips. Getting that blue goop all over me. Worth it. He wasted his special. What was my plan? You know, trying to kill him. So I thought he was just gonna throw his Booyah Bomb into the distance. Productively. And then he didn't. So I just traded with him. And you know, it worked out. Ow. You just spanked me in the butt. Didn't work out for me. Octogirls explode when you spank them. It's really bad. Yes you can. Friend code is in the bottom left corner of the screen. Bum bum bum. If you get your friend request in quickly enough, I'll get to it after this battle. If it takes too long, it'll have to be after the next one. Am I gonna get? Okay, I mean, it's not good. It's not bad. Watching without video? What even is that? Why is that an option on Twitch? Well, I suppose I can kind of get it, but at the same time. Alright, that works. Yes, I ate myself. Yes, I am BM Steph. BN Steph. BM, yeah. Bodacious Moobs. That would be a clan name. I knew that's what you meant, but it's my job as the streamer to tease y'all about spelling mistakes. And it's y'all's job as viewers to tease me for when I make them. That's how it works. It's your job. Like, you gotta do it. Ow. I feel bad I do not remember who you are. My memory is kind of crap, though. Yeah, jeez. Running away. That is fair. I mean, I can't say much. I can barely type on phones. It's not that I don't try. It's just autocorrect is the bane of my existence. Fair. I thought he was gonna run out of charge. I haven't encountered many Nautiluses lately. Don't know why my brain was like, yeah, the last one as long as a mini Splatling. That's what my brain said. I don't think my splatter shot's really working. I'm gonna keep using it. Because, like, the map rotation's in, like, 5 minutes anyway, so... Not sure how getting hacked would cost you your progress, but I also don't fully understand all that stuff, so... It sucks it happened. Running, running, running. Oh god, I ran out of ink. Ow. That Daniel. I don't even know who Daniel is. Ew. I exploded. I died to a Daniel. GG's all around. Oh, am I gonna get on the shoes? Okay, this is... Hmm. Really aren't working out. But, still see. Charges are fun. Why would it be weird? Oh man, there's a toxic man here. He's gonna be throwing toxic masculinity all around the place. Bad joke is bad, I know. It's been so long since I've been on Moray Towers. Ow. Oh, jeez. Fell off. Ah, Doolies, my nemesis. I want to get a few games in on these maps, though I do still feel like I'm probably going to end the stream off here soon-ish. Ow. I just haven't really had much of a chance to play on any maps that weren't like... Kelp Dome. The temple, I already forget its name. Yeah, the maps that just have been in the rotation. Frickin' Doolies! Ah! Ah, I hate Doolies. So much. That, Doolies. No one likes you. The weapon, not the person. A lot of people like the person. Just those weapons. If you think you like Doolies, you're wrong. Okay, game. How? Suppose they have a little more of the center. That does not look like a loss. Okay. I have not. I don't tend to listen to music I don't already know. Anxiety does that. I stick to things I know. Just partially why I have a music channel on the Discord. So I can hopefully get myself listening to some new things. Are you a sheep AI? Ow. Think I don't watch Astif movie? Slash Tomska? One of the few creators I've been following probably longer than some of you have been on the internet. I can't really throw the I've been following them since before they were cool. Because, like, Tomska's kind of almost always been cool for as long as I've been following him. He's just popular. I'm dead. That was one of those moments where I just knew I was gonna die. Death was coming and I knew it. Ah, I'm so bad. I knew he was still there. I could have aimed at him. I could have done it. I'll take it. Why rush you? Because why not? I had no other options. There was a torpedo on me. I actually thought I had killed the dualies. I guess it was someone else I had killed. Ow. Yeah, that's a loss. Those frickin' dualies, man. Ah. If they were playing any other weapon, they wouldn't be doing that well. I can guarantee it. They probably just really practice with dualies. I don't care. Hate dualies. Yeah. I will always hate dualies. Unless in, like, 3, they obey the rules of the game. In which case, I will like them. But their ability to dodge roll while in enemy ink is just no. That is breaking a core rule of the game called maintaining your mobility while in enemy ink. So level 3 here. You poor level 3. That's fair. And I've offered alternatives while leaving them the ability to dodge roll once in enemy ink, and then needing to touch their own ink again before they can dodge roll again. But they have good DPS paired with the best mobility. It's just not cool. If they somehow make a dual umbrella, I'm done. I will throw my undercover into an incinerator. Ow. Bullets. My weakness. I don't think that level 3 is an actual level 3. I don't know what would be giving me that impression. But, I knew you were up there. I had been throwing bombs at you. Should wait another second. I mean, here's an alternative. How about remove the frickin', incredibly high fire rate while firing a single gun after the dodge roll. That gives the frickin' Dapple Doolies their near instant splat time. I was more patient, AI. Go with whatever you want. Main all 3. Or maybe they are an actual level 3, they're just doing really good. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I mean, as much as my primary main is the undercover, I do use a lot of other weapons too. Like... Though I will say, I think this will be the last battle for this stream. Partially because I'm getting weirdly tired all of a sudden. Probably because of the heat. I am a moderate believer that humans should hibernate through the summer. We should build up our fat in the winter and then hibernate through the summer. Who needs the summer months anyway? Ow. I do apologize if some of you are just getting here as I'm probably about to end the stream off. I'm just getting tired. It's hot. I'm getting kind of hungry. My throat's kind of dying on me. Everything's just going wrong. I will, however, be back doing this again tomorrow. Because, I mean, why wouldn't I? Monday's a pretty good stream day. The weekend seems to be the worst time for streaming. Which seems so counterproductive. But I think it's because anyone that routinely watches streams is probably already watching their streamer of choice who's more popular. My guess anyway. Were we getting spawn camped? It looks like we were getting spawn camped. Okay. Yeah, I think I will end things off here, though. Why didn't you stop him, my? Come on. But yeah, I am going to end things off here. Thank you everyone for coming out and watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for some more Sploonin'. I don't even know what I'm going to call tomorrow's stream, but I will find something to call it. See you all then!